Hello, welcome back to the brand new session of VMware Workstation Pro. Previously, we discussed how to download, install VMware Workstation Pro, then how we can install or how we can create a virtual machine with the help of VMware Workstation Pro. And now, in this session, we will discuss how we can install the Red Hat Enterprise Linux operating system in the VMware Workstation Pro. So let's have a look. I'm just opening my VMware Workstation Pro console. So yeah, this is a graphical view of VMware Workstation Pro. This is a virtual machine which we have created earlier. I have changed some setting, as you can see that on my screen right now, that I have changed the memory. Then I have changed the disk size or disk type actually to NVMe. So you can also do that according to your requirement. So I'll just power on this virtual machine. Okay, so we got our screen of Red Hat. Please make sure if you are having a mouse cursor, then it's fine. But let's consider you click in your VM and you just lost your cursor. So you can press Control plus Alt. So you will have your mouse back, or you will have your mouse cursor back, right? So please make sure that you are having this point in your mind because it's important, right? Once again, I am just showing you. If you clicked in your VM, so you will lost your mouse cursor, right? You can just press Control plus Alt to get your mouse back. So in my case, you need to just click in your VM by which you will enter in your Red Hat virtual machine. So please make sure that white selection is the criteria. So you can just go to install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.1 and hit enter. Okay, so guys, you are getting your welcome screen of Reddit Enterprise Linux 9.1. So you can choose your English language or maybe your language according to your requirement. So in my case, I'm just choosing English India and I will click on continue. Please make sure that was the language for the installation process, right? And now, if you want to change your language in keyboard, so yes, you can change it, but if you don't want, then yes, you can go back again. Language support, you can choose language support here. You can choose multiple language here. You can select time and date. In my case, I'll choose India and or you can say Asia and Kolkata. Network time is enabled, so it's fine. You can also change it to AM and PM, and you can also click on done. Connect to Red Hat, it's not mandatory, so it's fine. Installation source, you don't need to go to installation source because we already added the ISO file in VMware. Then installation destination, I will recommend to just customize the disk partition. So I will just go through done, and please make sure it should be a LVM. So basically LVM is a logical volume management. So it is kind of the partition in the disk, right? So you can just go with plus icon. You can choose slash. Slash is a computer directory. For example, you can take in a Windows machine, we are having local disk C. So yes, that is a local disk C for the Red Hat operating system. In technical term, it is known as slash, or you can say the computer directory. Desired capacity, I'm just choosing 18 GB. Yep, it's done. Now the next partition I want to add, and that will be a swap. I'll just add it for 1 GB. It is a syntax of Linux, right? So you can also go through the same slash boot, and I'll also take out 1 GB. That's it. So now you can see we occupied 20 GB of our disk, right? And just select computer directory and click done. You will be prompted to accept and changes. Yes, I have accepted the changes. Kernel dump, actually this is a, if you have any kind of crashes in your system, so yes, you will get some notifications related with the same. Network and host, if you want to change the host name, yes, you can change the host like master, and I will apply it. If you want to configure your network, yes, you can. Security profile, it's not mandatory, and you can skip skip this process. Root password, in my case I am choosing red hat. Red hat will be my password. If you want to lock your root account, yes, you can. You can also allow root SSH login with password. So click done. I don't want to lock my root account. And yes, you can see that you will, if you are clicking done, it will not go, because it will tell you please press done again to use the password anyway, because it's not a strong password. So that's why it's not taking in a first go. So you need to click done again to accept this password. You can also create a user. In my case, I am choosing master. I am creating a master account, and you can also give the password to the user, and I'll just go to done. And again, it's not a strong password, so that's why it says press done again to use the password anyway. So that's all. So we skip one thing which I hope you observed, and that is a software selection. So you can choose server with GUI, server, minimal installation, workstation, customize operating system, or maybe the virtualization host. So we are going to install Red Hat operating system. So that's why we are choosing server with GUI. And in my case, I'm having some requirements. So that's why I'm adding some add-ons, or you can say the software for selected environment. So I will choose DNS name server. I will also choose file and storage server, FTP server, guest agent. No, I don't want guest agent. Mail server, yes, I want to add mail server. Network file system client, network servers, performance tool, remote desktop clients, remote management for Linux, Windows file server. I don't want to add virtualization client, hypervisor, or maybe the tools. I will choose basic web server, legacy Unix compatibility, and the last but not the least, graphical administration tools, security tools, and system tools. That's it. So there are a lot of add-ons which I have added. And if you are going to use a simple Linux, so you don't require DNS, maybe file, or maybe FTP mail server, but I will recommend to use network file system client, or maybe network server. Performance tools, yes, remote desktop client and remote management for Linux. You don't need to manage a Windows file server. Basic web server you don't need, but actually I will recommend that use it, and that's it. Other than that, everything is recommended. So yes, you can just go with that, and you can begin the installation. So that's the process of installing of Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.1 in your VM Workstation Pro. So we will wait for the completion of the process, and then we will be back. Okay, so once the process has been completed, you will see the reboot system button on the bottom of the right corner of your screen. And once it's done, you can click on reboot system, and your system will get restart. So please wait for the while, and you will get the login screen for your Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So as you can see that you got your login screen for Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and you can just go with your master account as you have created at the time of installation, or you can also go with your root account as well. So you can just click on not listed. You can just press root, and the password you have given at the time of installation, you can just go with that and you can log in with your account. So that's all. So this is our Red Hat login screen, and this will be our so once you complete this process, you will get your desktop for Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.